Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be focusing on your glutes. We will not only focus on fascia activation to clear out dense fascia or scar tissue that might have built up throughout time, but we're also going to re-educate the glutes by adding a strengthening element together. So we'll fascia stretch and then we'll strengthen. Fascia stretch and strengthen. Laying down on a mat with a pillow or blanket if you desire, and also a yoga strap today for just a modification that might feel extra good in your body. Making your way down to the floor. Take a moment to settle in, feeling you have 50% body weight, both of your legs, your feet are pressed and connected into the ground. Take a look at your pelvis. Make sure that you're not pressing down, flattening your back into the floor. If you experience a little bit of lower back discomfort, it may feel better to pelvic tilt, but if not, then I want you to take it into a more neutral pelvic position. Your sacrum, which is a triangular bone at the base of your spine, connected to the floor. Next, I want you to take your hands to your hip bones and push down just a little bit. Give yourself a little cough. If you felt that muscle below your fingertips, that's your transverse abdominis. I call it the magic muscle. When you engage it, it sandwiches and supports and stabilizes your pelvis by being the stabilizing muscle group from the top, and then that sacrum connected to the floor in the bottom. Check in with your hips and make sure that they're level on both sides. That's very important so that you're executing in the best possible position with stability. Take one leg up to the sky and cross it over. Let the knee fall away from you. You might have recognized or done figure 4 stretch, either in yoga class or just as a stretch to get to your piriformis, which is one of those deeper glute muscles. Rather than draw it in until you feel the stretch, to create a fascia activation, you let the knee open as far away as you can reach with your hands, like this. From here, activation happens by pressing the knee out away from you and your ankle into your thigh. Once you have that, dive down deep into your glutes. Keep it as you draw the knee across towards the opposite side of the body, being mindful that your pelvis still stays neutral. Relax to open it again. Press the knee away, feel that glute contract. Keep pressing the knee away throughout the entire movement. The goal here isn't to go as far as you possibly can. The benefit's happening at the very beginning of activation and movement. That's where you're affecting change in your connective tissue or clearing out scar tissue that's built up in and around your pelvis. Relax as you open, resist, press it out, keep resisting out. Take a moment on the next rep to feel that your heel is pressing into your thigh. Find the deep body connection as you continue the movement. Each rep might feel a little bit different. You may also lift your head up to give yourself a little bit extra leverage point. It's up to you, head up or head down. Keeping consistent is the goal. If you feel it shaky at all, that's okay and normal. That means that the connection from the nervous system to the muscles is being slightly disrupted, or it could be that the muscle itself is weak and needs some conditioning. Let's do one more on this side. Press the knee out, press that ankle into the thigh, keep it as you draw the knee across. Come back down, let that leg come down, straighten it to the floor, press your heel into the ground and squeeze your tush on the leg that you just stretched. That's going to re-educate your nervous system to get through all of those different places down to the foot and re-educate. Other leg comes up and over, cross. Double check your level in the hips. Good. Find that transverse. Give yourself a little activation in your deep core. Knee starts away from you, arms come up. Press your knee away from you. Pause until you feel it in the glute. Ankles pressing into the thigh. All right, here we go. Keep pressing it out as you slowly draw the knee across towards the opposite side. Relax to open it. Press that knee away. Keep pressing it away as you draw it across. You can go at your own pace. You can go slower if you really want to tune into what you're feeling. Or you can go a little bit faster if you want to have a little bit more of a flow. But each time you restart, make sure you have the connection of the resistance going out. Let your breath move at your own pace. Let this practice be unique to you. Take your foot, lower it down an inch. See what that feels like. Good. Let's do 3 more on this side. Here's 3. You're strengthening your arms as your fascia, stretching, activating the tissue in your glutes. Excellent. Okay, let that leg come down to the ground. Level hips, heel presses into the floor. Squeeze your tush. Hold that for 3, 2, and 1. Making your way onto your side. Clamshells. I've always loved clamshells. I think that when they're executed well, they are such a benefit to the body and really isolate the glute for strengthening. Hip on top of hip, shoulder on top of shoulder. Hand can come to your hip or it can go down to the floor. Your feet are pressing together the entire time. Once you're here, you have everything lined up. Squeeze your tush on the leg that's on top. This is the activation and strengthening element of today's practice. Use that glute to lift the knee up. Make sure that hip doesn't go with it or your body. Stay stable everywhere else, but then isolate that glute. Keep engaging it as you lower it back down. Squeeze the glute to lift and control, lower it down. We're not doing too many of these. I like to tell people that when you have really good quality of movement, you're set up, your core engaged, the right muscles contracted to isolate where you're working on strengthening, you don't need to do nearly as much as you think. Your core is slightly engaged, everything is working together. Bring it back down, squeeze that glute, lifting up for 3. Keep it as you lower it down, lifting 2. Feet are pressed together. 1 more time. And 3. Carry it back down. Extend your legs straight. Double check that you have hip on top of hip. Squeeze that glute again. Turn your toes slightly down with a flexed foot. Lifting up here. Pause. Bottom leg presses down. Your core is engaged. Pulse is lifting 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Good. Switching to the other side. Feel that glute working. Starting with clamshells first. Set yourself up, hip on top of hip. Engage the core slightly, that transverse, feet pressed together. Squeeze your tush. Keep it engaged as you lift the knee up. Give it a pause. Isolate it. Where do you feel it? Keep it as you lower it down. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. Still stay active. Still stay connected. As you're doing movement, the more you think about what you're feeling, where you're feeling it, the more you'll discover about your body. And those discoveries are priceless. You can use them to tailor different fascia stretches or different strengthening exercises to help your body come back into balance. Here's 3. Find that connection to the floor and to your movement. 2. Woo, 1 more time. And down. Lengthen the leg, flex your foot, hip on top of hip, stay engaged, toes slightly turned down. Squeeze your tush first. Tell your body where you want the work to be. Lift up and hold. And here's pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Making your way onto your back. Here's where the strap comes in. So we're going to do the exact same piriformis or glute fascia stretch that we did to begin. Crossing one ankle over the other knee, open the knee to the side. Take the strap and wrap it around the outside of the knee. I like to put the strap either just above the knee or straight on to the side of it. You can play with where you have the most leverage. So from here, everything starts the same. What I like about the strap is that you have a little bit more range of motion to start to shorten the muscle a little bit more with the knee further away from you. Start here first, level hips, deep core. Press that knee away, squeeze that tush, find that muscle contraction. Keep it, and then use the strap and pull the knee towards the opposite side of the body. Good. Open it back up. Press that knee away. Keep pressing it away. And then use the leverage of the belt and your arms. Relax to open. Here's 3. Strong in the stabilizing leg, the one not moving. And 2. One more time. Squeeze. Feel that contraction. Keep it throughout the movement. And 1. Switching sides. Cross the other leg over. Weave that strap through. Flex your foot. Level hips. Knee presses away. Feel the resistance going away from your body. Start with the knee open as far as it will go. Keep the resistance going away from you as you draw the knee across the body for 5. Relax to open. Keep pressing out. Stay connected to what you're feeling. 2. The resistance doesn't have to be as hard as you possibly can go. It can be a little bit of resistance. It can be the connection, the direction, and it still is going to make a beautiful difference in your body. Staying connected. Good. And let that release. Give your knees a little bit of a hug. Bring your nose towards your knees. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. 1 foot down at a time. Roll to your side to come up. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will be seeing you soon.